Papa Oluchi. At the back of his tricycle sits his daughter, Ihunaya, dressed for school. While they're on their way, she remembers something important. "Papa, Teacher Pius said he wants to see you." On seeing Teacher Pius, Papa Oluchi quickly drops Ihunaya off and then takes off. Later, the scene changes to the church, where Ihunaya was leading praise and Papa Oluchi served as the choir master. The church is alive with energetic worship, dancing, clapping, and joyful singing. Everyone was enjoying the praise and dancing to it when suddenly the power went off. The technical band had to run and turn on the backup generator. After the light came back on, Ihunaya took center stage and led the praise with her glorious voice.
Of your expectations, I fall short. Every day, and then the guilt just hits me hard all over again. And then it feels so hard to move. And then it feels so hard to believe that you will love.
As the service comes to an end, Papa Oluchi and Ihunaya quietly prepare to leave. Rather than walking out through the main entrance where everyone can see him, he suggests taking another route through the vestry. Papa Oluchi has already spotted Teacher Pius, but this time he couldn't escape. He's approached by Teacher Pius, who has been searching everywhere for him. Teacher Pius asks for the remaining balance of Ihunaya's school fees. Left with no other choice, Papa Oluchi has to give him the last dime he has. The scene then changes to where Oluchi and her music band are performing their best songs in a club. After the energetic performance, Oluchi approaches the club manager for their payment. Instead of paying the full amount of 50,000 naira, he cuts the money down to 40,000 naira. Oluchi is furious, saying that what he's doing isn't fair, and she asks why he had to cut their money. He replies that they've been singing the same songs for the past 6 months. Left with no other choice, she takes the money. But before she gives her band their share, she cuts 10,000 naira for herself, telling them that the manager only gave her 30,000 naira. The scene then changes to where Papa Oluchi brings food for Ihunaya. She asks why he wasn't eating, and Papa Oluchi says he wasn't hungry, that there was a place he went to where they gave him a big plate of food and he even overate. We all know that's a big fat lie, but anyway, let's continue with the recap. Later we see Papa Oluchi sitting in his favorite chair trying to contact his daughter, Oluchi. He tries several times. It rings but no one answers the phone. The next morning, Ihunaya wakes up and goes straight in search of her dad, Papa Oluchi. She finds him sitting down, seemingly asleep, and picks up his phone. She sees the message he sent to Oluchi, telling her that he had called her several times and she neither picked up nor returned his calls, and that she should please send some money. After Ihunaya goes through the phone, she goes to wake Papa Oluchi, only to find out that he wasn't sleeping. He had crossed over to the other side. Sadly, Papa Oluchi has passed on. Mama Chiwendu had to call Oluchi the next day, informing her that her father was gone. Shocked, Oluchi could not believe what she was hearing. The scene changes to Papa Oluchi's funeral service. Everybody is seated in the church, crying and in pain over the loss of Papa Oluchi. Even Mama Chiwendu was singing to pay her last respects to him.
Why you come out at a time like this, with so many things unsaid, and many things unfinished? Why? Tell me why.
Then suddenly Oluchi walks in, all eyes are on her, the girl who abandoned her father. Ihunaya runs to hug her, and they both cry and sing together. Later on we see Oluchi talking to her aunt, Mama Chiwendu, who gives her an envelope containing a letter and her dad's, Papa Oluchi's, wedding ring to give to Ihunaya, telling her not to forget to say who it's from. Oluchi then suggests and pleads with her to help look after Ihunaya while she sorts herself out in Lagos. Mama Chiwendu bluntly refuses, stating that Oluchi refused to take care of her father when he was alive and couldn't even send money for Ihunaya's upkeep or school fees. That Papa Oluchi died because the money she'd borrowed him was supposed to be used for his high blood pressure drugs, but he used it to pay Ihunaya's school fees instead. Furious, Oluchi left. Outside the house, she quickly opened the envelope hoping to find some money. Sadly, she didn't find any, only the letter and the wedding ring that Papa Oluchi had kept for Ihunaya. Later, we see Oluchi go to sell the wedding ring. The The price wasn't favorable for Oluchi at first, but they later agreed on a price. Immediately after, Oluchi gave Ihunaya the letter, and Ihunaya wasted no time opening and reading it. The scene then changes to when Oluchi brings Ihunaya with her to her house in Lagos. It was a shared apartment. Ihunaya, as curious as she can be, starts looking around and asking silly questions, but Oluchi quickly brushes them off. Later we see Oluchi trying to hide and light a cigarette in the toilet when Ihunaya knocks on the door, saying she wants to use it. Left with no option, Oluchi has to hide the cigarette and let Ihunaya in. The next morning, Bishop knocks on Oluchi's door. Ihunaya is the one who answers it. He introduces himself as Bishop, her mum's housemate, but Ihunaya quickly corrects him, telling him that Oluchi is her elder sister, not her mother. He quickly changes the topic to ask about her trip. Then Oluchi wakes up and comes to see who's at the door. Later we see Bishop and Oluchi having a conversation. He asks why she's looking so dull and when she's going to tell Ihunaya the truth, that she's her mother, but Oluchi tells him that's her business, not his. The scene then changes to where Oluchi and her band are rehearsing for their next show, but Oluchi seems to have a fever. The entire band insists that she take a break and rest, so they decide to continue rehearsing until she gets better. As the rehearsal is going on, Ihunaya is busy playing a game on Oluchi's phone and humming the song. The band has to pause to find out who was humming, only to discover it was coming from Ihunaya. They decide to hand her the mic and let her sing. To their greatest surprise, Ihunaya can sing. Not just sing, but she sings beautifully with an amazing voice. Even Oluchi couldn't believe her eyes, since she'd never heard Ihunaya sing before. The band then asks Ihunaya who taught her how to sing and how long she's been singing. Ihunaya replies that Papa taught her, and she's been singing since she was 3 years old. Oluchi feels sad that she didn't get to watch her daughter grow up, and she excuses herself to the bathroom to start another Z World series. The entire band then requests Oluchi's permission to let Ihunaya sing with them in their next show since she wasn't feeling well. Surprisingly, Oluchi agrees. Later we see Ihunaya performing with the band. She sings so beautifully and everyone is enjoying the music, except the club manager, who questions Oluchi about why she would bring a kid to perform in a club. Oluchi quickly brushes it off, saying, "Nothing will happen." The scene then changes to where Piano, one of Oluchi's band members, receives a call from a popular musician, Mabel Smith, saying that she liked their performance last night and would love to collaborate with them. He wastes no time accepting the deal, a dream come true. Later we see Bankole and his friend watching a video online when Bankole snatches the phone from his friend after seeing a familiar face. He asks, "Is this Oluchi?" It turns out that Oluchi left her fiancé to follow Bankole, before he was later arrested by the police and spent some time in jail. After another performance at the club, Oluchi and her band are coming out when they spot Bankole talking with Ihunaya. Oluchi quickly pulls Ihunaya away, and the band members ask Bankole who he is, questioning if he's a pedophile. Bankole quickly defends himself, saying he isn't a pedophile but rather Ihunaya's father, and that they can confirm it from Oluchi, since she knows him. But Oluchi denies him, saying she doesn't know who he is and that he's a criminal, asking him when he got out of prison. He says it was about a year ago and that he's here to make up with his family. Ihunaya is shocked and confused, unable to process what she's hearing, that the man she thought was her father all her life was actually her grandfather, and that Oluchi wasn't just her elder sister but her biological mother. In the midst of it all, Ihunaya runs away. The band spends the entire night searching for Ihunaya. They search everywhere they could ever think of. Wait, is that not Sydney Talker? Anyway, this isn't a comedy skit, let's continue with our recap. After searching for hours, they find Ihunaya sleeping by the roadside, tired and frightened. Oluchi takes Ihunaya home and makes dinner for her, but Ihunaya refuses to eat, saying she isn't hungry. Oluchi apologizes for how things turned out and pleads with Ihunaya to forgive her, but Ihunaya refuses, saying Oluchi isn't her mother, that Papa was her father and Mama died giving birth to her. Left with no other choice, Oluchi has to come clean, that she's truly her mother, and that Bankole wasn't her father but a criminal who's been in prison for years. Ihunaya then asks to know who her real father is. Oluchi tells her that his name is Fidelis and that 11 years ago when she found out she was pregnant she was in love with Fidelis, but he was so broke and still struggling that she didn't want to end up in poverty, so she had to break up with him. The scene then changes to the next morning when Oluchi wakes up. Not finding Ihunaya in bed, she calls out to her, but she's nowhere to be found. She even asks Bishop's girlfriend if she's seen Ihunaya, but she bluntly tells her no. Meanwhile, she was the one who took Ihunaya to the park to board a bus from Lagos to the village. Oluchi begins to panic after searching everywhere and not finding Ihunaya, so she runs to Bishop, explaining that Ihunaya is missing. Later we see Oluchi with Aunt Chiwendu. Oluchi is wondering how Ihunaya got to the village from Lagos. That's when her aunt tells her that Ihunaya took her money and got help from Bishop's girlfriend, who took her to the bus stop and helped her buy a ticket. That's how she got to the village. Oluchi then tells her aunt that she wants to see Ihunaya, but the aunt tells her that won't be possible for now because Ihunaya is in school. Aunt Chiwendu goes further to explain that Ihunaya took the entrance exam while Papa was still alive, passed, and has been selected for the scholarship. Oluchi then asks to be taken to the school so she can see Ihunaya. That's when Aunt Chiwendu tells her that the money her father used to pay for Ihunaya's scholarship was supposed to be for his high blood pressure drugs.
And you, did you know that that money your father gave to Teacher Pius for Ihunaya's scholarship exam, that it was meant for drugs for his high blood pressure? Did you know?
How do you know that?
Because I loaned it to him, that's how.
Well, he didn't tell me.
Oh, and how would he have done that when you were not even picking up your calls?
Yeah, he could have texted me now.
Really? Text you to say that he is dying of high blood pressure when all the text messages he sent you about paying your little girl's school fees went unanswered.
The scene then changes to where Oluchi and the school principal are talking, and the principal grants her permission to see Ihunaya. She then takes Oluchi to see Ihunaya in her class, giving them room to settle their differences. Again, Oluchi apologizes for everything, but Ihunaya is still mad at her. Not just because she hid the fact that she was her real mother, or because she abandoned her and Papa, but also because she sold Papa and Mama's wedding ring. Oluchi has no choice but to continue apologizing until she leaves. Later, we see Oluchi talking to Fidelis's wife at Fidelis's house, asking to see him because it's an urgent matter that requires his presence. Fidelis's wife has to call him to come downstairs. Fidelis is shocked to see Oluchi in his house. He asks what she's doing there, telling her to say whatever she has to say quickly because he has something more important to do. Oluchi starts by saying, "I have a child, we have a daughter together."
I have a daughter for you.
Both Fidelis and his wife are shocked by this revelation. However, Fidelis denies being Ihunaya's father, saying he hasn't seen Oluchi in over 10 years, and now she's come to his home to tell him he has a daughter. Rage gets the better of him and he tells Oluchi to leave the house immediately. Left with no other choice, Oluchi has to leave. Let me pause the recap and allow you to enjoy this for a minute.
I left you when I found out I was pregnant. I shouldn't have done that, but I did. This isn't about me. This is about your child.
I find that very hard to believe.
You don't need to believe me, Fidelis. You don't. But Ihunaya deserves to know her biological father, and you deserve to know about your daughter's existence.
Shut up and leave my house.
I'm really sorry.
The scene then changes to where Fidelis and his doctor friend, together with Aunt Chiwendu, come to see the principal at Ihunaya's school to ask for permission to take a swab for a DNA test. After much questioning and answering, Ihunaya agrees to take the test. Meanwhile, Oluchi goes back to the lady she sold her dad's wedding ring to, just to buy it back. Without much argument, the lady agrees to give the ring back to Oluchi for free. A few days later, Fidelis returns with the DNA test result. proving that he is indeed Ihunaya's biological father.
It means, Ihunaya, that I'm your biological father.
Excited by the news, Ihunaya wants to give him a hug. That's when he drops the bomb on her. He can't accept her as his daughter just yet because he already has another family. He then offers to take care of her education through university. Ihunaya is furious, saying that she needs a dad, not a sponsor, and then walks out on him. Later, Fidelis approaches Oluchi after her performance at the club, telling her that he's done a paternity test on Ihunaya and confirmed that she's his daughter. He explains that he's happily married with 2 kids, and that he can't accept Ihunaya as his daughter without affecting his family. Forced to choose between his family and Ihunaya, and unwilling to lose his marriage, he offers her a check to use to take care of his daughter. Without thinking twice, she tears up the check and leaves. In the spirit of asking for forgiveness, Oluchi goes to her band to apologize for stealing from them. The band is angry at her, not because she stole from them but because she betrayed their trust. She even brings a check for 800,000 naira as a way of saying she's sorry. They accept the check and she walks away.
Let me help her.
It's been a year since Papa Oluchi passed on. Ihunaya and Oluchi, together with Aunt Chiwendu, come to pay their respects at his graveside. Aunt Chiwendu leaves Oluchi and Ihunaya together. Oluchi once again apologizes to Ihunaya, telling her she has no idea how much she misses her. Oluchi then gets on her knees to beg for Ihunaya's forgiveness. Ihunaya hugs her and forgives her. Shortly after, Oluchi receives a call from the club manager, saying that he shared their song with one of his friends, a big superstar, who wants to collaborate with her and her band. But Oluchi declines the offer, saying she's no longer with her band because they were angry with her for breaking their trust. It turns out though that her band was right there with him, and they say they've forgiven her and would love to repartner with her. Later we see Ihunaya and Oluchi together with her band shooting the music video. The collaboration video is a huge success. It's never too late to make amends and find happiness, if only you're willing to make the change. If you enjoyed this recap, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more Nollywood movie stories right here on Nolly Recap TV and Stories. And which movie would you recommend we do next?